to your driveway. For maintenance, we offer a few options to make service appointments convenient, like free pickup and delivery within 25 miles of Beatrice, including all of Lincoln. We can also come to you with our mobile service unit to help quickly get going again. Zollner Ford in Beatrice. Sales and service with a smile.
My name is Jared. I've experienced a great deal of sin in my life. Alcohol, drugs, tobacco, sexual immorality, and much more. I was letting the devil control my life with the fantasy that these things would make me happy. All it did was make me feel empty inside. I was going nowhere and felt deceived. My heart was torn to a million pieces. At that point, I reached out to God. My life was changed. Yours can be too.
Andy Klassen, we got to see a clinic put on in Guardian Angels Central Catholic's performance in this opening round matchup against a team that had only given up 3 points in their sub-district championship game, a team that won state last year, and they hang 70 on them. What a performance from the Blue Jays as Jerry Strackey's squad is heading to the semifinals.
Really was, and the clinic for me started on the defensive end, running that 2-3 zone. They rotate so well, got great communication. Kelsey Steffen said, I think the word love, we love each other like 3 or 4 times, and that they've been playing ball since they were little kids, and you could tell that type of chemistry, the feel they had for each other out on the court, they're going to be a handful for whoever prevails after Southern Valley takes on EPPJ here tonight.
And we'll have that game coming up momentarily, but we'll wrap it up for this game. Once again, the Guardian Angels Central Catholic Blue Jays are moving on to the semifinals. For our director Tyler Lechner, also our third man on the crew Eric McKay, and my buddy Andy Klassen, I'm Pat Jansen signing off. See you shortly.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Start your next journey with Woodhouse. Our commitment extends beyond just selling cars. We offer an unparalleled car buying experience that allows you to shop and buy all online. Explore an array of new brands, makes, and models, as well as our large selection of pre-owned vehicles. And it's easy to get started today with our streamlined purchasing process online, granting you the freedom to secure your next vehicle anytime, anywhere. Discover a better way to buy with Woodhouse.
This is Amy from Magnolia's Home Decor and Design in downtown Norfolk.
And I'm Kate. Let's welcome in spring.
If you're ready for vibrant colors, silk florals that are remarkably real, and a new look for inspiring your space, come visit us at Magnolia's.
From spring to everyday designs for your home, we've been busy creating looks that will make your home warm and inviting for your friends and family.
Watch us live on Facebook 6 days a week. Stop in and see us in downtown Norfolk or visit us online at shopmagnoliasonline.com.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
A new year, a fresh start, a resolution to grow more, gain more, give more. The process is the same: plant, grow, harvest. But the way you do it is always evolving. And so are we, Aurora Cooperative. Grow, gain, give. Aurora and you.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The yellow jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people, you know, we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
To sum up the past 20 years in one word, exceptional. It's one of our core values. But our people have been truly exceptional. Our customer support has been exceptional. In 20 years, where will Allo be? When we started, we were just a business fiber company. Then the demand came from residential. Now the products of both business and residential just continue to expand. We've got to start with customers' needs and always work backwards. The customers will tell us, and our teammates will take us there.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
This is Emily with Family Physical Therapy at our Fountain Point location. Family Physical Therapy offers physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Our therapists are highly trained and certified in a variety of techniques, offering individualized care designed specifically to meet your needs. Our patients are welcome to a friendly environment, and our therapists are driven by their patients succeeding and meeting their goals. Family Physical Therapy proudly serving various locations throughout central and northeast Nebraska. Our goal is to get you back to work, back to play, back to life.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Allo. High-key internet for a low-key price. Want to see what games we're covering? Follow on X at NCN Sports.
Public school teachers in Nebraska make a difference in our communities. I see it every day. Teachers connecting on a personal level with students and parents make our communities stronger. Our kids do better, community pride grows, and Nebraska thrives. Maybe that's why our public schools rank in the top 10 nationally year after year. Nebraska Public Schools. They are truly the heart of our communities.
A community is described as just a smattering of houses, everybody living together, but what makes it a community are the people that live in the house. Deschler is a community of about 750 people, and those individuals living in those houses have a common goal of improving their surroundings. That's where Midwest Bank comes in. We look out for each other. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. My name is Julie, and I'm extremely proud to be part of the Deschler community.
Hey there, sports fans. Looking for a winning play to make your game day complete? Look no further than Speedy Mart, your family-owned neighborhood convenience store. Score big with the wide range of snacks, drinks, and fuel for the road that will keep the whole crew cheering. And here's the kicker. Our friendly atmosphere and convenient location make every visit a slam dunk. So rally the family and head to Speedy Mart for the ultimate game day experience.
Life is a wild ride. It's important to have a trusted partner along the way. Liberty First Credit Union exists to provide its members with affordable financial services. Whether it is a large purchase, a new car or home remodel, overcoming obstacles, or chasing your dreams. Financing life is what we do best. Give us a call or visit libertyfirstcu.com.
At Zollner Ford, come and see our great selection of new Ford vehicles. Whether you're looking to buy new or you need a car serviced, it's our pleasure to assist you. Our online website makes shopping even easier. Browse our massive inventory of vehicles or schedule your next maintenance appointment. We even offer drop-off and pickup services. Stop by today or visit us online at zollnerofbeatrice.com.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Champions are crowned each year in Lincoln. All of us at Visit Lincoln welcome the athletes, families, and fans from across Nebraska to our community. When the final whistle blows and the game ends, make sure to discover how Lincoln can make your stay even more memorable. Stop by the Visitor Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit us on the web at lincoln.org. Visit Lincoln is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Zollner Ford and Lincoln. Meeting your sales, service, and parts needs. 5 Points Bank. Trust the better bank for your financial needs. And by Family Physical Therapy, getting you back in the game.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure. We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes, the wedding bands. We'll be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
I've had the opportunity to work with so many outstanding students and parents in my 37 years as a public school teacher. The two things I've noticed they all have in common: a love for their community and a pride in their school. I've seen that pride in my science students who become scientists, in parents who show up for every game and every parent-teacher conference, in former students who become community leaders. Nebraska public schools are indeed the heart of our communities.
John Henry's is now offering electrical service. Our service professionals have been helping with plumbing, heating, and cooling in Lincoln and the surrounding areas for more than 25 years. Now, we're proud to offer the same level of professionalism in our new electrical service. From a whole home rewire to adding new outlets or electric car chargers, John Henry's can be your one-stop shop for all your home's needs. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical. Our family serving yours since 1996.
The way we use electricity has changed a lot over the years. What hasn't changed is our commitment to make sure it's there the moment you need it. Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us.
One of my passions is always to help entrepreneurs, whether they're starting off right away or they've been in business for a long time. And for me, I believe that our community is the strongest when everyone chips in with their own expertise and passion, that's going to lift the tide and raise all boats. That's intentional. Intentional culture means a lot. I have the personal satisfaction of being there along the way.
This is a special presentation from News Channel Nebraska. The NSAA Girls State Basketball Championships on News Channel Nebraska are presented by Currency, Allo, Liberty First Credit Union, Woodhouse Auto, and by Midwest Bank.
Well, hello and welcome once again to high school state tournament basketball on News Channel Nebraska. Alongside my pal Andy Klassen, I'm Pat Jansen, and we've got two teams here in our nightcap in the Class D1 quarterfinals who were here last year, and they are looking to take a step forward, Andy.
Yes, they are. The Wolf Pack is back. So are the Eagles of Southern Valley. Only 3 losses between these two teams. Phenomenal, the body of work they've been able to put together this season.
And we start with Southernvalley down there in south central Nebraska, and this is a team that is rewriting the school record books.
Yes, they are, and the coaching staff's pretty excited about it, willing to talk about it, kind of candid with us, right? Riding a 21-game winning streak, and they're not just winning, they're beating teams by around an average of 20 points. They're also holding those opponents to under 30 points scoring. Just unbelievable the season they're having.
And you can't sneeze at EPPJ either. This is a team that's got athletic success across the board in several programs, and it shows here on the basketball floor as well.
Yeah, and head coach Randy Eisenhower's really got something going offensively where he talks about we're a team of shooters, and our five, they all have the green light from pretty much anywhere on the court at all times. Makes them very difficult to defend.
We're going to take a break, be back with our players to watch. You're watching high school basketball on News Channel Nebraska. Back here on News Channel Nebraska, the Class D1 Girls State Basketball quarterfinals. Let's take a look at our players to watch. And there's a young lady on Southernvalley, Andy, who is filling up the stat sheet.
She is. Miss Bowes leads the team in scoring over 18 per game. She also leads the team in rebounds. One of those performances you can almost count on, a double-double type of performance night in and night out. They're going to need it here tonight at the Bob.
And that's Ann Bowes, because there are a couple Bowes on the roster. Meanwhile, Ashlyn Sharp. That's another player who can fill up a stat sheet for Coach Randy Eisenhower's Wolfpack.
She reached rare air, one of those few players in the state that have reached 1,000-point scoring and 1,000 rebounds. You want to talk about averaging a double-double, you have it right there in Sharp.
Speaking of someone who can fill up a stat sheet, let's send it over to the third member of our crew, Michael Shively. Michael.
State basketball championships.
When you look at the record books for these schools in the future, you're going to see 2023, 2024 written in there a lot. A record-breaking season in many regards for both of these programs. For Southernvalley, they're on a 21-game win streak. That's a record. Their total number of wins, 26. That's a record. The total number of points they've scored this season, 1,350. That's a new school record for the Southernvalley Eagles. They also have held opponents to a remarkable 28 points per game. School record for that. For Elgin Public Pope John, the Wolfpack, 58 points per game this season. That's a school record for scoring. 22 wins. That ties the school record with what they did last year. They get that 23rd tonight. They stand alone with that record. 92% win percentage, school record there. So lots of success this season for these teams. They're hoping they can do one more thing their programs have never done, and that's get to a state championship game. Starters and the start of the game coming up on News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
Atlas Fiber Internet has definitely increased the productivity of our office. It's one of those things with internet and being a marketing company, we have to have it on and running all the time. And it's always up. We don't run into lags, we don't run into latency issues. It doesn't vary throughout the day, it doesn't vary on weekends or busy time periods. They have local service here. We need to go talk to somebody. They're just a quarter of a mile away for us to be able to chat with somebody. And that is a huge peace of mind for me as a business owner. So not hesitate at all to recommend Allo to anybody.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Allo. High-key internet for a low-key price. Want to see what games we're covering? Follow on X at NCN Sports.
Salas weaving in, weaving out, and skying for...
Hey, sports fans, looking for a convenient pit stop before or after the game? Look no further than Good to Go convenience stores. We're here to keep you going. Fuel up your tank with a refreshing drink and grab one more snack for the road. Good to Go, your winning play for game day.
And hey, I can dunk it too.
Good to Go convenience stores. Fuel up for the game locations in Lincoln, York, Geneva, Bruning, and Hebron.
That is literally the funniest thing ever.
And then I said,
It wasn't. But this guy could use a win. Even if it's not as big of a win as I get with free Kasasa Cash checking. Kasasa Cash pays me a really high rate and refunds ATM withdrawal fees nationwide. So I feel like a queen. Has a mega bank ever made you feel that way? Or was it more like this guy? Take back banking with Kasasa Cash.
Get Kasasa checking at Liberty First Credit Union.
The pregame show is sponsored by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports. NCN Sports is brought to you by Zollner Ford and Lincoln. Meeting your sales, service, and parts needs. 5 Points Bank. Trust the better bank for your financial needs. And by Family Physical Therapy, getting you back in the game.
Hi, this is Misty. Here at Family Physical Therapy, we strive to go beyond your symptoms, ensuring you have access to quality, individualized care. We offer physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Family Physical Therapy has an excellent staff that cares about our patients' success. Whether you're suffering from a sports injury, a stroke, or working to improve balance and coordination, Family Physical Therapy is here to help. When you're here, you're family. Visit us at one of our many Nebraska locations today.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Zollner Ford and Beatrice has options to make the process of buying or maintaining vehicles easy and enjoyable. If you have your sights on a new vehicle, a member of our sales team would love to show it to you in the warmth of our showroom or bring it right to your driveway. For maintenance, we offer a few options to make service appointments convenient, like free pickup and delivery within 25 miles of Beatrice, including all of Lincoln. We can also come to you with our mobile service unit to help quickly get going again. Zollner Ford and Beatrice, sales and service with a smile.
Back here in the Bob Devaney Center for our nightcap. Alongside Andy Klassen, I'm Pat Jansen, and we've got a couple hungry squads looking to reach their first ever state championship games. They'd have another round after this in order to be able to do that, and as we saw, that may be a tall task against Guardian Angels Central Catholic, but first they've got to get past the opening round. Elgin Public, Pope John, and Southern Valley, and we are looking forward to this one, Andy Klassen.
We really are. Two teams that have been really hot throughout the entire season. Southern Valley only dropping one game, currently working on a 21-game win streak, as Michael Shively reported on the sideline there. Elgin Public, Pope John, they too are working on a fantastic season, 22-2. Pretty good, 2-2-2.
Winner takes on Guardian Angels Central Catholic. Meanwhile, in the top half of the bracket, it's Pender, who was the C2 champion last year, and St. Mary's. They converged. They were in the classes above and below. Now they're meeting in D1. Now let's take a look at our starting lineups. For Elgin Public, Pope John, it's Elise Ruderbories, a senior, a 5'8" forward. Ashlyn Sharp, we mentioned her. She can fill up a stat sheet. 5'9" senior forward. Brenna Martinson, 5'6" senior guard. Kate Firstenau, a 5'5" junior guard. And Kiera Eisenhower. There are a number of Eisenhowers on this roster, coach and two players.
Kiera, a senior, averaging 13 points per game. She's a lethal scorer as well. The Wolfpack has a couple of them.
That they do. Meanwhile, the Southern Valley Eagles. Vanessa Aguayo, a 5'7" junior guard, averaging 5.5 points per game. Ann Bowes, we mentioned her name, averaging 18.6, a 5'9" senior guard. Adeline Hunt, a junior guard at 5'8". Victoria Bowes, she can supply some scoring as well.
Yes,
just
she
a
can.
sophomore at 5'10". And Bryn Bailey, a junior forward at 5'9".
Victoria Bowes, also one of the leading rebounders for Southern Valley, so she does quite a few tasks there for the Eagles.
Indeed she does. Richard McDonald, the coach of the Eagles. Meanwhile, we mentioned Randy Eisenhower, the coach of the Wolfpack, and we are set to go. Can you feel it, Andy Classen?
Yes, I can. Got that Can You Feel It song playing over the loudspeakers right now. Both crowds clapping to the music. That environment that we always talk about at the Bobby Fanning Sports Center. Full display.
Both crowds filling in real nicely. Obviously, we've got loud student sections across the way from us, but just behind us,
yeah,
they're going up to the top.
A lot of purple, a lot of red. Wolfpack wearing their black jerseys with the red trim.
We got a couple number 4s ready to tip it off. Hunt for Southern Valley, Sharp for the Wolfpack, and Sharp controls it. Quick passing, underneath it goes, now back out to the corner. Wolfpack not keeping it in their hands any longer than they have to. The three-pointer left short, but the offensive rebound and putback good by Sharp. She's off to a quick start.
Right there is how you get to be a 1,000-point scorer and a 1,000 rebounder. Collect that offensive board, get back with the putback.
Hunt has her shot blocked on the floor, and we're gonna have a tie-up and a jump ball.
That was Sharp with the block, getting back.
She is, shall we say, active. The Eagles with their uniforms reminiscent of the Sacramento Kings. And it goes to Hunt, now out for a three-pointer, too strong from Bowes, Victoria Bowes. It goes out of bounds, and it'll go to the Wolfpack.
Bailey trying to save it, got her foot on the line though.
Pressure from behind the midcourt line by the Eagles. Wolfpack break it. We get a foul, though, on the Eagles as we get that trap near the sideline. It's going to be the first foul of the game. This one will go against Ann Bowes.
Really nice job setting the trap there after she got across the half-court line, but got a little too aggressive with it. Tonight's officials, Scott Johnson, Jake Curl, and Chad Gillespie round out the crew.
Your favorite part of the broadcast, Andy. Three-pointer buried. Kiera Eisenhower.
You got to know where Eisenhower's at all times.
And the steal, as it was Sharp going up like a defensive back.
We told you she was a stat sheet stuffer. Well, she's got a rebound, some points, a block, and now a steal.
Sharp backing her way in, gets it to go. She's got 4, and what a start for Randy Eisenhower's team. But a great job breaking the press by the Eagles and Vanessa Aguayo-Limon.
Aguayo with a beautiful little hesitation move there so she didn't drag her foot or risk picking up that travel.
Nearly thrown away by the Wolfpack. That pressure for the Eagles is intense. And it goes to Sharp. Out to the left wing. Corner, three-pointer off the mark. Martinson couldn't hit, but the Wolfpack control it. She'll try again. Oh, too strong offensive rebound and a foul. Nice job crashing the glass by Firstenau. And she's got 2 shots upcoming.
Yeah, and right now this zone defense is just kind of getting caught in their spots. Elgin Public, Pope John doing a really nice job moving the ball around. They're a complete step and a half ahead of that zone, reacting to the pass.
And this will actually be an inbounds pass. The foul was not on a shot. Inbounds pass nearly stolen away. I want to thank our sponsors, including our first quarter sponsor, John Henry's. Our families serving yours. Shot no good, rebound by the Eagles, as Aguayo has contributed in a couple different ways, including that board right there. Hunt cut off at the baseline. She travels, and back to the Wolfpack it goes.
Patrick, you only get 1 pivot foot, okay?
Well, now you tell me. I'd have had a lot more successful basketball career if I'd have known that sooner.
Now trying to reverse the ball back around. Good on EPPJ, cutting off that baseline.
Hey, nice job on the right number of P's there. It's a tough one.
It is. Public.
You got
Pope John.
You got to think every time. Aguayo pokes that one away again. She's not a big person, but she is active.
Well, that's exactly what this zone defense needs. A little bit more activity, movement away from the basketball, playing with anticipation.
We saw Richard McDonald directing traffic on the Southern Valley sideline. Ball bounces away from the Wolfpack. Eagles looking to run coast to coast. And Bose. And a good response from Southern Valley after getting down big early.
Really has been. You knew Ann Bose was going to make her presence known sooner or later. That's one of those type of players you just can't keep down for too long.
Corner 3, that's too strong by Eisenhower, but the Wolfpack keep it. And guess who? Sharp with 7 points.
Just doing it all right now for the Wolfpack.
What a find underneath, but the Wolfpack collapsed. That looked like it was going to be a wide open bucket for Hunt. Instead, it'll be 2 free throws for Aguayo.
Yeah, and I think Sharp's the one that initially kind of disrupted the easy 2-on-1.
Aguayo sinks the first. She's got 3 points already.
Yeah, and it just kind of feels like one of those games where there's going to have to be multiple scores for Southern Valley, for the Wolfpack of Elgin, Public Pope John. Whoever wants to be victorious, how many more scoring threats can we get involved early on?
Scramble for the rebound. Guess who's there? It's Aguayo.
Step into 3.
Goes out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Wolfpack. Goodness gracious, she missed the free throw, but Aguayo gave her team another chance at points.
And Bose has done that a couple of times where she just kind of stepped into, a loose ball type of scenario, almost knocked down a triple with that one.
Steal by Hunt. Now she's going to fire up the 3. She hits. First points of the night for Adeline Hunt. And we've got a 2-point game.
And she set that up beautifully after the steal. Oh, almost another one. She backed in that corner, got rid of the ball, then just stayed there, found her spot from beyond the perimeter, got the ball right back. No hesitation. Drano.
Gonna travel by Kirpgerwhite. And a chance for Southern Valley to tie or take their first lead. It hasn't been tied since it was 0-0, and that went away pretty quickly.
Yeah, I've seen a couple really good runs from both teams now. Initially, EPPJ, and then for the answer, Southern Valley.
3-pointer too strong, but Hunt gets the rebound. dumps it off, shot, no good from Ann Bowes, but she gets her own rebound. Three-pointer, no good. Offensive board once again. Put back no good from Brecklin Hammond.
Crypty Wipe got a piece of it there. Partial block.
Dodging a bullet, the Wolfpack. A silver bullet, if you will.
I was wondering.
Three-pointer, no good.
Nice clear out there from Bailey, being strong with the ball after the rebound.
Euro step in, shot no good. Rebound to the Wolfpack, they look to run. I'm tired watching, shot good. Zwingman with her first 2 points off the bench, and the lead's back to 4 for the Wolfpack.
Nifty little move, contouring her body around that last defender on the left side.
Hunt loses it. We got a tie. And it's going to be EPPJ basketball, Andy.
Yes, it is. Both teams really getting after it right now defensively.
Yeah, I'd say the intensity level. If we've got a meter that could measure that, it's pretty high right now.
Yeah, both teams playing at a frantic pace, you know, and we hear from coaching staffs, well, we like to play with tempo. Head coach Richard McDonald, head coach Randy Eisenhower, Elgin Public Pope John, they weren't lying.
No, they were not. I never doubted their truthfulness. In it goes Sharp. She's hammered.
Yeah, and the double team got there. She was still able to split the two defenders and pick up the foul. See that double team just a little late getting there.
Sharp. With almost the two-handed delivery, lefty, but she connects on the first free throw. Second is good as well. She's got 9.
Using a little body language to coax that last free throw attempt through the cylinder.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to keep seeing a lot of these really sort of frantic moments after the buckets. Southern Valley going with a little bit of a bigger lineup now.
Good help.
Sharp gets her hands on another pass, and Wolfpack not slowing down. Steal as Hunt there to collect. Left-handed layup, contested. Oh. Southern Valley fans wanted a foul call. They didn't get it. And it's going to be EPPJ basketball. Great job hustling back by Sharp.
Yeah, it kind of felt like she blew by, you know, got in front of Hunt there, but so very little contact, if any.
14-8, although it feels like either team could erupt for 10 in a heartbeat. Eisenhower now swung back around to the left, underneath, shot contested, and the rebound to the Eagles.
I think Bo's got a part of that one. Partial block underneath.
And more active hands from the Wolfpack defense. A little overactive. It leads to a foul. This one's going to go against Braylon Martinson. No. That's her first.
If Southern Valley's going to try and feed the post, you know, through that cross-court pass, you know, going through a couple layers of defenders, they're going to have to move those defenders off their spots. You're going to have to see more ball fakes, more movement away from the basketball. Move that defense if you want to get that ball into the post cleanly.
Triple team in the post. but still able to get back and defend the perimeter. Now a three-point shot up and too strong. Offensive rebound put back by Bryn Bailey.
Bailey with a powerful move, finishing with the left.
Eisenhower dumps it in for Scharf. Back out Eisenhower. Trying to drive baseline. 1 second. Won't get a shot off. 14-10. The EPPJ lead over Southern Valley at the end of the first quarter. We're going to keep it here during the quarter break. We want to look at these two teams. Who are they? How in the heck did they get here? Let's take a look at our school spotlight here on News Channel Nebraska. School Spotlight brought to you by Currency. Does your business need financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers? All you need is Currency. Visit gocurrency.com. Southern Valley, good folks of Oxford and about 1,000 other locations
Harlan
around
County.
there.
Yep.
7 state appearances for the Eagles. Certainly there's been some good basketball to come out of that area. Now they're all working together, trying to represent that part of the state, Andy.
Yes, rivals working together, and you could say much of the same here for Elgin Public. Pope John joining forces a few years back. Now they're the Wolfpack.
Yeah, we've seen, especially I'd say in the northeast part of the state, some collaborations between public schools and Catholic schools.
Yep.
Elgin Public and Pope John, no exception.
Yep, and we've seen that with Humphrey, and we're going to see another reshuffle down in the Humphrey area of Nebraska as well. The Flyers made it to the state tournament as well, and now there's going to be some changes.
Yeah, a little too complicated to get into at this point.
I don't,
Omaha Archdiocese had some changes they wanted made. We won't get into that here, but we will get into this map as we look at the teams representing Class D1 at the Girls State Basketball Tournament. Southern Valley, the furthest west we go in this bracket.
Yep, representing a large, footprint as far as square mileage goes down there is Southern Valley.
A lot of Northeast Nebraska representation.
Yeah, St. Mary's looked really good earlier today.
And they'll get Pender, the defending C2 champions. They won't get to defend that title. They'll be in D1.
Pender looks good like every night.
Coach Dolliver's squad and all 1,000 of his shooting daughters. That's a fun team to watch.
Really is. The Pendragon.
Yes. As our own Lou Siefker uncovered last year, the only Pendragons in the country. We had to figure out the possession arrow to start this second quarter.
Wolves, right? They run in packs and they're very crafty, kind of sly, like a fox, a really big fox. I don't know.
That's how I describe you all the time, Andy
the
Klassen.
Wolf pack. Well, thank you. Trying to steal a possession there.
You're like a really big fox, Andy Klassen.
Okay.
It's the last game of the night, folks. Eagles trying to get something going to start this quarter, but there's a miscommunication.
Yeah, Hunt went up with that pump fake like she was going to go up for the shot. She actually faked out her own player.
Atones for it with the steal, although Aguayo can't finish. Hunt will on the offensive rebound. We got a 2-point ball game.
Adeline Hunt doing everything, offense, defense. She's everywhere.
5 points for Adeline Hunt. 14-12 is the Wolfpack advantage. Wolfpack looking to respond. Goes to Scharf at the free throw line. Nothing there for her. Baseline drive and a foul. And there will be 2 free throws upcoming for Brenna Martinson.
Yeah, EPPJ so good with that dribble drive. Going baseline, getting to that last line of defense. Obvious foul.
First free throw is good. That's the first point of the night for Martinson, who averages 6. Now she's got 2.
And I like how aggressive she was with that drive.
Eagles looking to respond. And Sharp once again with the active hands.
I'm telling you, if you want to pass the ball and they're feed it inside, you got to move those defenders off their spots.
Eisenhower. Now into the corner it goes Martinson. Back out Sharp. Eisenhower wanted the quick trigger, not quite quick enough. Three-pointer on the way, rolls in for first and now her first 3 of the night.
A little bit of a defensive bust there for Southern Valley. You had both of your guards at the top of the zone guarding one player, filling up, leaving a huge void in the defense. Open 3 attempt.
Speaking of open threes, it's buried by Victoria Bose, her first 3 of the night.
Looking for an answer. There you have it.
And a steal forced by the Eagles. Here comes Aguayo on the run out. She's got it. 5 points on the night for Aguayo. We've got a 2-point ball game. Eisenhower busts through. A lot of contact, no foul either way. I'm not sure either fan base is happy with that.
Right.
It's a physical ball game right now.
Good find.
Yeah, Martinson blocked though after the pass from Eisenhower. Now it goes out first and now. She can't hit her second 3. The rebound pulled down by the Eagles as it was Bailey hauling it in. Nearly stolen away. Eagles being patient here. Bailey, shot rolls over the rim. Her first 2 points of the night. Timeout on the floor. We'll go ahead and take one with them. Back after this on News Channel Nebraska.
My name is Jared. I've experienced a great deal of sin in my life. Alcohol, drugs, tobacco, sexual immorality, and much more. I was letting the devil control my life with the fantasy that these things would make me happy. All it did was make me feel empty inside. I was going nowhere and felt deceived. My heart was torn to a million pieces. At that point, I reached out to God. My life was changed. Yours can be too.
Well, they are feeling the atmosphere here tonight in the Bob Devaney Center, Andy Class.
There we go. We're doing a little flexing over there as we're all tied up.
19-19. Don't forget, we've got halftime highlights coming up. Stay tuned as those are brought by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Sartor Heyman will help to make your jewelry dreams come true. EPPJ looking to respond to the run by the Eagles. Just under halfway through the second quarter. That defensive intensity remains high. It goes in sharp. Now out to first and now for a 3. That rattles out. Rebound hauled in by Victoria Bose. Chance for the Eagles to take that elusive lead.
And that wasn't a bad look that last time for the Wolfpack's offense.
And Sharp getting after it on the floor once more. And we're going to have a foul on the Eagles.
Ann Bose can't believe it. She thought that was just going to be a straight up jump ball, but she actually reached all the way around like in a hugging motion. We saw that in a game earlier today. Same thing, foul call. I don't think the officials like the bear hug, you know.
Not usually fans of it. So Southern Valley still unable to get their first lead of the game. EPPJ looking to regain it. Three-pointer by Sharp, too strong. Offensive rebound by Zwingman. Three-pointer, too strong. Eagles finally corral the rebound with Aguayo.
And I'm okay with that possession if I'm a Wolfpack fan. A couple good looks from beyond the perimeter. That's a huge part of their offense.
Foul on the Wolfpack, as that was Bodie. She's got that same leg sleeve that Sharp does. Threw me for just a second. Aguayo with it for the Eagles. I think Hunt genuinely thought about a long three there for a second. Thought better of it. Aguayo at the free throw line. Goes up for the shot. She's fouled. She is decidedly not the biggest player on the floor, but she plays much bigger than that.
You saw that little hiccup there, that little hesitation. She's utilized that a couple of times. On her way to the rim, collecting that foul.
Misses the first free throw. She's 1 for 3 at the line tonight. 5 points so far for Aguayo, but she's got the rebounds and the steals as well.
Yep, couple assists. She had a nifty little layup, a fast break after a turnover.
And the Eagles still unable to get their first lead of the night as Aguayo goes 0 for 2.
Kirby White with the rebound, contested rebound.
And a foul by Hunt as she and Sharp were both going for that pass.
Wow. You know, as physical and as wild as a game as this has been, heavily contested defensively, as you mentioned, still not in the bonus for either teams.
That's the first foul on Hunt. That one's kicked out of bounds by Aguayo.
You know, I really like this adjustment from Elgin Public Pope John. I know they haven't capitalized and knocked down a couple of threes yet, but they're getting the ball inside with just nowhere to go with it because of that post present that we've seen from Southern Valley. So, yeah, go ahead and get the ball inside. We're going to tie you up or block it, take it away. So you're seeing an adjustment here from head coach Randy Eisenhower. All right, the three ball's open. Well, we got shooters. We're going to work it around and look up these guys. They just haven't been able to connect yet.
And the inbounds pass stolen away by Hunt. Wolfpack hustle back. Hunt goes in for the layup, too strong. Still no lead for the Eagles yet. Wolfpack keeping them at bay, for now anyway. In it goes Sharp, free throw line out. Eisenhower for three, that's left short. Rebound hauled in by Victoria Bowes.
And these are good looks from Elgin Public Pope John, just off the mark.
Again, the active hands. Able to escape initially, Moser. Into the corner for a three-pointer for Aguayo, too strong. Rebound controlled by the Eagles with Moser. Three-pointer by Hunt is good. First lead of the game for the Eagles as Hunt now has 8.
And everybody wearing purples on their feet.
Three-pointer lips out and rebound pulled in by Aguayo and she's fouled.
A 5'5" giant out there is Aguayo, boxing out, getting position, then drawing the foul.
I agree with your assessment of her height. The program does technically say 5'7", but if she's over 5.5 feet tall, I'm a 7-footer, friend.
That'll happen from time to time. I don't know where those miscommunications happen, but
And it goes off of Hunt after it was initially poked away from her by Firstenau.
Firstenau, Martinson, everybody just continues to keep that on-ball pressure.
And thrown, well, nope, not thrown away. Oh. They say tipped by the Eagles.
I mean,
I'm the son of a ref.
Yeah, me too.
But I'm not sure that was touched. Let's see. Ooh, that's close. Let's see if the Wolfpack can take advantage. What a save! Firstenau, but a block inside.
And that's what I'm talking about, Patrick. Yes, they can get the ball inside, but then what can you do with it? The trees down below for Southern Valley, swatting everything away.
The chaos of this game is a little bit high, but it's coming from a place of really intense effort. This isn't just like a mess. These are two teams just going at it.
Yeah. High effort, high hustle.
Sometimes that forces the mistakes, as we just saw with Hunt throwing it away.
Well, and we've seen a concerted effort from Southern Valley, especially, with that comeback. They were looking to change things up, push tempo, and with that will come a couple turnovers, as you just mentioned.
22-19, Southern Valley on top with 44 seconds left to play in this first half. EPPJ has gone cold for a little bit. They got to respond here. Eisenhower, long three, left it short. Rebound hauled in by the Eagles with Hammond. Hammond able to shake free. Hunt may hold for the last shot. Underneath it goes, out of bounds, and Southern Valley will not get the last shot. Well, don't want to take that for granted.
Yeah, excellent rotation. Good point, but excellent rotation on the back end there for that Wolfpack defense.
4 seconds, Wolfpack getting it to the corner, shot, no good, wouldn't have counted anyway. We reach halftime. It's been a good one so far. Southern Valley on top of EPPJ. We'll take a break. Back with halftime analysis and highlights after this on News Channel Nebraska.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Start your next journey with Woodhouse. Our commitment extends beyond just selling cars. We offer an unparalleled car buying experience that allows you to shop and buy all online. Explore an array of new brands, makes, and models, as well as our large selection of pre-owned vehicles. And it's easy to get started today with our streamlined purchasing process online, granting you the freedom to secure your next vehicle anytime, anywhere. Discover a better way to buy with Woodhouse.
This is Amy from Magnolia's Home Decor and Design in downtown Norfolk.
And I'm Kate. Let's welcome in spring.
If you're ready for vibrant colors, silk florals that are remarkably real, and a new look for inspiring your space, come visit us at Magnolia's.
From spring to everyday designs for your home, we've been busy creating looks that will make your home warm and inviting for your friends and family.
Watch us live on Facebook 6 days a week. Stop in and see us in downtown Norfolk or visit us online at shopmagnoliasonline.com.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit gocurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
A new year, a fresh start, a resolution to grow more. gain more, give more. The process is the same: plant, grow, harvest. But the way you do it is always evolving. And so are we, Aurora Cooperative. Grow, gain, give. Aurora and you.
The bracket for the Class D1 Girls State Basketball Tournament looks quite a bit different this year than it did last year. 8 teams have made it. Only 2 of those teams were in the D1 State Tournament last year. But here's the thing, 7 of the teams were in the state tournament. 5 of the teams in the Class D1 State Tournament were in different classes. A season ago, the Class C2 champions Pender moved down. The 3rd place finisher in Class C2, Guardian Angels Central Catholic, moved down. And both of those teams have advanced to the state semifinals. Southernvalley, they were in the Class C2 State Tournament last year, and here they are playing in this game. But it's not just teams moving down a class. Some have moved up. St. Mary's, they went from D2 to D1. McCool Junction from D2 to D1. Those were state tournament teams as well. So are there a lot of class shifts going on? Well, generally in the lower classes, yes, pretty frequently. Here's how they figure it out. It's based on the grades 9 through 11 enrollment for that gender. And it's pretty tight. The biggest schools in Class D1 have a 9 through 11 enrollment of girls of 39 students. The smallest amount have 27 girls between grades 9 and 11. So that's a range of just 12 girls between the top of the class and the bottom of the class. That range covers 56 different schools in the state of Nebraska. So it's pretty common that you could shift just a few students and wind up in that class. Now, is it always the biggest schools in the class that get to the state tournament? Not necessarily. Centura and Elgin Public Pope John each have 39 girls between grades 9 and 11. And McCool Junction, they only have 27. They're all here at the state tournament. So some shifts between classifications, but no matter what, if you play good basketball, you have a chance to make it to Lincoln.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people, you know, we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
To sum up the past 20 years in one word, exceptional. It's one of our core values. But our people have been truly exceptional. Our customer support has been exceptional. In 20 years, where will Allo be? When we started, we were just a business fiber company. Then the demand came from residential. Now the products of both business and residential just continue to expand. We've got to start with customers' needs and always work backwards. The customers will tell us, and our teammates will take us there.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
(22-19) Southernvalley on top of Elgin Public Pope John at halftime in our final game of the night in the Class D1 Girls State Basketball bracket. Let's take a look at the highlights and see how we got there. Eisenhower got things going early for EPPJ as the Wolfpack started with a 7-0 run. Then Sharp going to work for the Wolfpack as well. But the Eagles wouldn't go away quietly. Hunt fires in the 3 for Southernvalley. Then it's Zwingman trying to keep the advantage for the Wolfpack as she gets in, getting 2 points off the bench. Then the three-pointer from outside for Bose. Then Aguayo driving in off the fast break. Hunt finally gives Southern Valley their first lead of the game, firing in that three-pointer. That's how we got there. It's 22-19. Eagles on top. And Andy Klassen, the Eagles took a couple punches, but here they are in the lead at halftime.
Well, I think you can see that they took full advantage of their size inside and kind of made a point that if you're going to beat us, you're going to beat us with a 30-foot shot, not a 2-foot shot. Really took away that dribble drive, maybe allowed it into the post, but when it got into the post, there was nothing that Elgin Pope John could do with it. And on the other side, you know, the shots just kind of went cold. You saw that early in the highlight package, the Wolfpack were knocking down shots. That wasn't the case, especially in the latter half of that second period.
So what's the key? How does Southern Valley keep this momentum going in the second half, and how does EPPJ work their way back in?
You know, I heard this from a great coach, a couple of coaches. Start making shots. I mean, that's really as simple as it is for the Wolfpack. They got to have faith that these open looks that they're getting from beyond the perimeter are going to start falling, and I believe they will if they keep attacking this defense the way they are, because they have phenomenal shooters. It's just a matter of time.
Well, let's look at some of these statistics. Adeline Hunt leads the way for the Eagles with 8 points. Aguayo with 5. Victoria Bose with 3. Ann Bose with 2. Bryn Bailey with 4. Meanwhile, for the Wolfpack, Zwingman we mentioned with 2, but it's Ashlyn Scharf leading the way for the Wolfpack with 9. Martinson with 2. Firstenau with 3. And Kiera Eisenhower.
You know,
with 3.
and you saw a really good flow to the Wolfpack's offense early on. So you got to give a lot of credit to Southern Valley and the changes they made, the aggressiveness that they started playing with defensively. And it's really been a scrum. I mean, this has kind of been a herky-jerky, ugly game, but it's been a very fun, exciting game. We talk about the on-ball pressure, the defensive pressure that both teams have really been playing with.
We'll take another break. We'll be back with more information and analysis at halftime, plus the second half. You're watching high school state basketball on News Channel Nebraska.
This is Emily with Family Physical Therapy at our Fountain Point location. Family Physical Therapy offers physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Our therapists are highly trained and certified in a variety of techniques, offering individualized care designed specifically to meet your needs. Our patients are welcome to a friendly environment, and our therapists are driven by their patients succeeding and meeting their goals. Family Physical Therapy proudly serving various locations throughout central and northeast Nebraska. Our goal is to get you back to work, back to play, back to life.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Allo, high-key internet for a low-key price. Want to see what games we're covering? Follow on X at NCN Sports.
Southern Valley leads EPPJ by 3. I talked to both coaching staffs for Southern Valley and Richard McDonald. He said he loved his team's ball pressure there in the second quarter. That's what keyed their surge to take over the lead at halftime. He said the biggest keys to the second half: don't panic after breaking their press and keep Ann Bose out of foul trouble. He says they're just a lot better when she's on the court. For Elgin Public Pope John and Coach Randy Eisenhower, they can't go long stretches without scoring like they did in the second quarter. And he said, honestly, that has been something that's haunted them throughout this season. He says sometimes they're settling. They need to drive and kick and knock down their shots. Get those things fixed, and he likes where their defense is at. Down 3, he says they like where they're at in this game, and he likes their chances in the second half. Guys, start of the third quarter.
Thank you very much, Michael Shively. We are just about set to start this second half, and as you can hear, it's loud in here.
Yes.
The energy staying strong in this final game, Andy Klassen.
It really is, and I think that Wolf over there in the student section, we saw him doing the halftime highlights there. The Wolf doing the worm, W squared.
I don't want to call him out, but the Wolf just removed his head for a second.
He's been losing his head with that defense that Southern Valley's been playing.
Well, Southern Valley will have the first crack at trying to build on their lead. It is safe to say that the Wolfpack owned the first quarter, the Eagles owned the second quarter.
Right. It's been a pretty tight game throughout.
I fully expect it to remain that way in the second half as Hunt knifes her way through. Shot won't go. Putback attempt won't either, but Bryn Bailey's going to the line for 2 free throws.
And I tell you what, if you're a Wolfpack fan, you can't be too upset with that whistle because you dodged an earlier whistle on Sharp. That would have been a disaster, picking up a quick foul like that on the drive. And there was contact.
First free throw, no good by Bailey. Is that you doing another criticism of referees tonight,
No,
Andy?
not whatsoever. I don't mind the no call. I'm just saying there might have been some fans behind me that were thinking, hey, that's enough for the whistle for me.
Bailey knocks down the second. It's a 2-possession lead for the Eagles, and they'll get a chance to build on that as there's another turnover from the Wolfpack.
Just a pesky backcourt for Southern Valley.
Pesky is absolutely the word of the night. That's apt.
Just 2 guards with great chemistry getting after it, making things difficult even to just bring the ball up the court.
In a sign of how physical the game is, Ruderboris has tape on her arm as the shot knocked down by Bose.
Victoria Bose can back it out, knock down that triple.
Shot won't go, and Bose gets the board.
You don't see that too often. Eisenhower missing in a layup. Nice little cut down the center of the lane, kind of filling that role of that trailer.
Approaching a little bit of a danger zone here for EPPJ. Aguayo collects the high pass, avoids stepping on the line. Now she's going to fire up the 3, knocks it down.
Absolute fantastic spacing throughout that entire offensive possession for Southern Valley. They played with patience. They allowed the defense to come to the ball like a magnet, and they found an open shooter in the corner. Aguayo knocking it down.
Aguayo has 8. She only averages 5.5. Randy Eisenhower wants a timeout. We'll keep it here during the break as it's a 30-second timeout. But what about the performance from Vanessa Aguayo so far tonight? The juniors stepping up for the Eagles as we see right here on the replay.
Just a moment ago, she made a fantastic defensive play at midcourt, turning over EPPJ. Just a complete package, laying it all on the line tonight. That backcourt, that's something special for Southern Valley when he got Aguayo, and then, of course, Adeline Hunt.
And here's the scary part, if you're a Class D1 fan. Granted, we heard earlier tonight that there's often movement in the classes.
Yep.
But Aguayo and Hunt, they're both juniors.
Yes, they're going to be back. Boy, we have seen a lot of youth in the C2 D1 bracket.
Sharp backing her way in. She's blocked by Victoria Bose. Great job by Bose going straight up.
Yep, trying to go with a quick shot, beat the defense. Bose wasn't having it.
10-point edge for the Eagles. Trying to stretch out again. Hunt, shot no good. Aguayo gets her hands on it, forces that to go out of bounds off of Sharp. She won't get credit for the rebound.
Yep.
But that's a hustle play from Aguayo.
Exactly right. Another hustle play, just being around the ball, being pesky once again. Yeah, and this is kind of a danger zone. Down 10 now is the Wolfpack.
Hunt drives in, draws the contact. 2 free throws for the lanky junior. And that's now 3 on Kerpkeweit.
Yeah, the Eagles have just gotten to such an offensive flow. You saw that start to develop in that second period. Appears they have continued that flow to their offense here in the second half.
Hunt hits the first. She's got 9 points on the night.
Coach McDonald pressing all the right buttons over there.
10 points for Hunt. She leads all scorers. I take that back. No, I was correct the first time. Can't really do math at this time of the night, Andy. I'm normally in bed. Travel by Scharf.
And it just feels like Elgin Public, Pope John, they're trying to force it just a little bit too much. Ashlyn Scharf trying to get into the defender, shuffled her feet before establishing that pivot foot. Let's get a quick look there at head coach Randy Eisenhower. I like the idea, though. Get the ball to Scharf.
I mean, that's what had him going earlier on. Scramble and a timeout called on the sideline by Southern Valley. So you know what? We'll take one with them. Back after this on News Channel Nebraska.
Public school teachers in Nebraska make a difference in our communities. I see it every day. Teachers connecting on a personal level with students and parents make our communities stronger. Our kids do better, community pride grows, and Nebraska thrives. Maybe that's why our public schools rank in the top 10 nationally year after year. Nebraska Public Schools. They are truly the heart of our communities.
Feeling the vibes
Yeah.
here in Lincoln. If you're a Southern Valley fan, that's, it's positive ones at the moment.
Yes, it is. Positive vibes.
Good vibrations, if you will. Clean sensation.
Oh, PA music helping us along there, keeping that energy up.
Victoria Bowes can't connect, but Bailey puts it back up, no good. Rebound Hunt, she's fouled. And 2 more free throws upcoming for Adeline Hunt. She's 2 for 2 at the line tonight, looking to add to that.
And the Eagles are just continuing to crash the offensive boards.
I am sorry to Adeline Hunt. I did what every broadcaster does. She misses the first one immediately after I say that.
A couple of games ago, Michael Shively actually used the reverse jinx, talking about how low a percentage was, and then the gal knocked down 2 in a row.
I had one of those on the radio last night. Hunt does hit the second, however. She's got 11. And the lead is 13 for Southern Valley. In the paint, Scharf. Out for a 3-pointer. Buries it. Does Sarah Bodie, her first 3 points of the night off the bench. That was huge for EPPJ.
Excellent passing, utilizing inside out, freeing up a shooter.
The pump fake leads to the drive, but no basket for Hammond. And away come the Wolfpack after the rebound. Corner 3-pointer for Eisenhower. And suddenly a little bit of a run here for the Wolfpack. 7-point ball game. Hammond as bodies fly all over the place. In it goes for Bailey, but it's stolen away. Scharf got her hands on it. Eisenhower came away with the steal. Nearly over and back, but the Wolfpack avoid that.
Doing a really nice job moving the ball now on offense. Spreading out this defense, this zone from Southern Valley.
Scharf knifing in, shot no good. Rebound and then a foul.
Scharf was able to kind of knife her way through a couple defenders there. At at first glance, it did appear Southern Valley played it pretty straight up.
Couple big shots, though, in a row for the Wolfpack. They needed those, and it's worked them back into this ball game.
Yeah, both fan bases now a little more amped up than a moment ago. Travel, yep.
As you mentioned, Aguayo went down to the knee, then came back up. I'm actually getting text messages from a referee as we broadcast this game. One who had a state championship football game earlier this season, so hello, Nathan Seitz. Three-pointer no good. Rebound stolen away by Hunt. Hunt in the corner. Drives baseline, trying to feed her post. Not there, it's kicked out of bounds. It'll stick with the Eagles.
Yeah, really good job by Sarah Bodie coming over, getting in that passing lane along with Scharf. Nothing doing underneath.
In for Hunt, but nearly stolen away, but she takes it right back and puts it in for another 2. She's got 13.
It's almost like Hunt said, no, that pass was meant for me. Here, I'm going to get to the rack now.
Scharf over to Eisenhower. Three-pointer rattles out. Scramble for the rebound, taken away by Hammond.
Boy, that shot looked to be true once again for Eisenhower, in and out.
Aguayo. Back to the top, Hammond. Hammond gets away from the double team. Now Aguayo trying to go baseline. She's fouled. And that'll be the,
oh, wow.
A foul on Bodie, I believe. She was initially marked as having committed her third. That one is actually her third.
But see, that was a significant foul because that's going to put Southern Valley into the bonus. And oh, by the way, the Eagles, they have not committed a foul themselves. We got mascots' heads coming off. The Eagle losing his hat as well.
Aguayo misses the free throw. She's now 1 for 5 from the free throw line tonight. About the one thing she hasn't contributed. All right, there we go. There's the reverse jinx.
There we go.
Back to a 10-point edge for the Eagles. Scrambling, in it goes Eisenhower. She's fouled. Yep. A chance for 2 free throws for the senior.
And that was a total team effort, playing through a lot of contact down that sideline. Look at the pass, the wherewithal. Bodie looking up Eisenhower.
First free throw good. She's got 7 points on the night.
And for all the things that have gone wrong throughout that second period and into this third for Elgin Public Pope John, it's a 3-possession game now.
Second free throw rattles out. 9-point ball game. And Bailey, after the ball batted around several times, she gets her hands on it. She's going to the line for 2 free throws, where she's 1 for 2 tonight.
Yeah, not a bad foul. You don't want to give up something easy on the other end. At the rim, make them earn it at the foul line.
Free throw from Bailey is good. She's got 6 points tonight.
Feels like a critical 2-minute stretch here. We're going to have Eisenhower check out of the game. Wolfpack's going to be down one of those scoring options.
Bailey goes 1 for 2 once again. And this one will be off the Eagles. Southern Valley fans not exactly happy with that call. It was hard to tell on that replay. The replay was good. I just don't have the eyes for it. This one will stick with the Wolfpack after the missed three-pointer.
All right, so EPPJ going to get another crack at it here.
A minute 40 left to play in the quarter. Shot off the glass, no good. Scramble for the rebound, and able to track it down is Ruderboris. And a travel, just a bit of a shuffling of the feet by Martinson on that pump fake.
Oh, and Martinson got the defender to move the way she wanted to, giving her just a little crease there to work with through that dribble drive.
Ten-point ball game. Got to feel like EPPJ wants this in single digits going into the fourth quarter. EPPJ fans wanted a travel on Victoria Bowes.
Southern Valley fans wanted a foul.
And we've got contact and a foul on the Eagles. Or I believe that's what we've got.
Fouls on the Eagles, number 24, Green Bay League.
Indeed, that was the case. Everybody stayed on that end of the court, making me think I may have gotten it wrong, but it is indeed on Bailey.
And Kiara Eisenhower checks back into the game with a minute 11 left. Yeah, trying to close that gap, getting back within single digits here.
By the way, that was Bailey's third foul. The reason everybody stayed on that end of the floor is Southern Valley wants to go heavy on the pressure. Sharp spinning her way in. Left-handed shot, no good. That was contested. And another scramble on the floor. We've got a jump ball. It's going to stick with the Wolfpack.
Every single possession. There's a scramble somewhere in there.
It's got to feel like a slip and slide out on that floor at this point.
And so you can see right there where Southern Valley wanted the shove, wanted the foul call. Okay, well, that's not going to happen. Elgin, Public Pope John, they wanted the travel.
Long two left short by Eisenhower.
Bailey, good for her fifth rebound of the game. It's been such a presence underneath for the Eagles throughout.
You got to feel like Eisenhower's going to have to find her stroke if the Wolfpack wants in. But you know who's found her stroke is Aguayo with that three-pointer.
Straight up haymaker. That was a big-time three.
Nice feed from Eisenhower to find Firstenau, who's now got 5. It's an 11-point game with 20 seconds left in the third quarter.
That's where the Wolfpack is at their best, running the court.
Another steal. This one by Ruderboris. Wolfpack want to get it in single digits. Three-pointer no good by Firstenau. Stolen away by Eisenhower. She won't get a shot up, but that ends the third quarter. 39-28, Southern Valley on top. Back with the fourth quarter after this on News Channel Nebraska.
A community is described as just a smattering of houses, everybody living together, but what makes it a community are the people that live in the house. Deschler is a community of about 750 people, and those individuals living in those houses have a common goal of improving their surroundings. That's where Midwest Bank comes in. We look out for each other. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. My name is Julie, and I'm extremely proud to be part of the Deschler community.
$39-28.
So you don't need the light on.
What do we got here?
On top of EPPJ, my babysitter is better than yours. All right, we got number 5.
Here?
So I'm going to do some detective work. I'm assuming Braylon Martinson was that young child's babysitter.
I think so. I think we saw some of those red and black and white colors in there. There's that Eagle. Got his head straightened out.
By the way, Randy Eisenhower had an extended conversation with the officials as we went to break. We've got the third member of our crew available. Let's send it over to Michael Shively.
That is Lucas, Miles, and Gage, and they are trading off turns wearing the eagle head for Southern Valley. It is not a school mascot. They bought that at Walmart today, the school mascot. It's too hot. But the mascot for Elgin Public Pope John, it's also hot. They are wearing the full Wolfpack mascot outfit in the student section. It's Jacob Nywoner. He's wearing it. It came out of hibernation. The wolf hadn't been used for several years, but the last couple of years they brought it out because Jacob wanted to wear it. So Lucas, Miles, and Gage, they got someone to look up to on the opposite side. Two mascots in the building.
Hey, credit to them. I've thrown on a mascot costume before. Hey, trust me, I've worked in minor league baseball. You got to do every job at some point in the company. It's rough. It's real rough.
Two mascots having too much fun. How about those young fellows for Southern Valley? Now I get it, why the eagle head's moving from guy to guy, trying to beat the heat.
Scharf trying the up and under move. She's fouled and going to the line for 2 free throws.
So good when she can get herself into that 1-on-1 scenario. Spinning away from that double team, drawing the foul.
She had 9 points early. These are her first points of the second half, or that is rather her first point. It was just a free throw. She's 3 for 3 from the line tonight. Apologies in advance, Ashlyn.
Does pull the game back within 10.
Hey, there you go. No jinx that time. She's 4 for 4 from the free throw line. 11 points on the evening. Back into single digits, 39-30. Aguayo gets the feed underneath. Found the weak spot in the defense, and what a game for her.
My goodness, Bailey with a pinpoint pass. Knew exactly where she was going with it.
14 points for Aguayo. And now a timeout on the floor by Randy Eisenhower. We're going to keep it here during the break. You know, there's the term glue player. Someone who can just do a lot of little things. And there's been a need for Aguayo to score for the Eagles tonight, and she's done it.
And that was heavily contested there. You saw one defender try to swat away, and then she had to get a shot up with another converging defender on her hip, still figured out a way to get it up and off the glass with that left hand. I'm telling you what, that pass had some heat behind it. Bryn Bailey was getting it there in a hurry on the break.
So we mentioned Aguayo and her scoring performance tonight. She's got 14. She averages 5.6.
Yeah, she hit that early on three when the Eagles were really spreading the ball around well. And, you know, you hear all the time scoring is contagious. And I think that did a lot for their confidence really across the board, getting multiple scores involved in that first half when they started that comeback.
And another steal. And now we've got a jump ball. They're still fighting over the ball after the whistle.
You know, Aguayo putting in those 14 also speaks to unselfish nature that Southern Valley plays with. She's getting hers. She's kind of extending her points, kind of putting them in. Everyone just keeps feeding her, getting it to the hot hand.
Big couple minutes here for the Wolfpack. Southern Valley at a point where they kind of want to try and salt this one away.
Yeah, it's okay if they play with, you know, a little patience on offense, work the ball around a little bit. 11. When we saw that in the third period where the Eagles really spread out this zone defense, got a couple really good looks from beyond the arc, trying to do so once again. Credit the Wolfpack for extending their defense out, getting in those passing lanes.
Once again, we see head coach Richard McDonald. And We're going to get 5.
Yep. I'm telling you, the defense is there for Elgin Public Pope John. If they want to get back into this one, it's going to start with the defense.
Well, they get a big defensive play there. Now they got to find some offense. Sharp out to the corner for a three-pointer. Too strong from Martinson.
Oh, the kick out was there. Shot just off the mark. Not by much.
And a trap along the corner and a timeout called by Southern Valley. We'll keep it here once more. 5:59 left to play, fourth quarter, 41-30. So Andy Klassen, you got Southern Valley with the 11-point edge. What do the Eagles have to do to kind of ice this one out? But what do the Wolfpack have to do to kind of try and work their way back in? There's still 6 minutes left in this game.
I'll tell you what, I like the adjustment they made defensively, extending out, trying to play with a little bit more anticipation throughout that zone, not allow for those open shooters, and just trust those man-to-man matchups down low. Southern Valley, when they went on their run earlier in this game and kind of got back into Elgin Public Pope John and got the lead eventually, was because they had a lot of trust on their offense, winning those one-on-one matchups. I think Elgin Public Pope John, they have the athletes where they could have some success those one-on-one matchups as well.
Out of the timeout, the Eagles get it in for Hunt. Out to Aguayo for 3, left short. Bailey has it blocked by Sharp. Ahead to Eisenhower. Shot blocked. Both teams.
Hey, it's consistent though. You know, they're letting them play.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
I would agree with that. I think it's been called very consistently. Bounced in for Sharp. Out for a three-pointer, left short by Firstenau. Hammond controls the board for the Eagles. Ahead to Hunt. Pass too strong. And I can't say Richard McDonald is happy with that choice of pass.
Well, I'm a little surprised by the last 2 possessions from Southern Valley. Right out of the inbounds play, took a quick, deep 3. They're trying to run and gun again. You know, they're up 11.
Sharp underneath for Ruderboris, who's fouled. And 2 free throws upcoming for her. Those will be for her first attempts of the night.
This is a good scenario right here for the Wolfpack. The clock has stopped, and they have an opportunity now to cut into this lead.
First one too strong. Ruderboris averages 2 points per game. That one's too strong, but the rebound hauled in by Brenna Martinson. Across to Sharp, who can't handle the pass. And a little bit of a look of frustration.
You talk about a receiver in football. He takes his eyes off the ball right at the last second. I think that got the better of Sharp on that occasion. She had her eyes glued on that little crease right to the rim. But you got to corral the pass first, Patrick.
I'm very aware, Andy. I had many a pass go through my hands. Sharp tries to steal it right back away, though. Another aggressive play from her.
Chess match continues. Coach McDonald's going to enter Bailey back into the game, try and break this press.
A long pass down the floor, and it works. Layup won't go from Ann Bowes, but we've got contact. Or rather, just out of bounds, beg your pardon.
You know, scoring-wise, Ann Bowes has been pretty quiet tonight, and that's a credit to the defense that EPPJ has been playing with.
Yeah, she's got just 2, does the senior and Hastings College commit. But Brecklin Hammond will pick up the slack. She picks up her first 2 points of the night. It's a 13-point edge for the Eagles. Driving in. Nice job by Brenna Martinson. She's now got 4. Cuts it to an 11-point edge. Another timeout called on the floor. It's a full. We'll take one with the teams as well. Back after this on News Channel Nebraska.
Hey there, sports fans. Looking for a winning play to make your game day complete? Look no further than Speedy Mart, your family-owned neighborhood convenience store. Score big with the wide range of snacks, drinks, and fuel for the road that will keep the whole crew cheering. And here's the kicker. Our friendly atmosphere and convenient location make every visit a slam dunk. So rally the family and head to Speedy Mart for the ultimate game day experience.
Life is a wild ride. It's important to have a trusted partner along the way. Liberty First Credit Union exists to provide its members with affordable financial services. Whether it is a large purchase, a new car or home remodel, overcoming obstacles, or chasing your dreams. Financing life is what we do best. Give us a call or visit libertyfirstcu.com.
(43-32), Southern Valley on top. They break the press once again. Hunt will slow things up now for the Eagles. Now going for maximum offensive efficiency are the Eagles as Hunt drives in. Shot no good. She travels after pulling in the offensive rebound.
Got her own board. Nice job. Not giving up on the play. Following her shot.
And back to defense go the Eagles, where they have shined tonight. EPPJ has 2 1,000-point scorers, and they've just put the clamps down as Sharp misses that one. Our fourth quarter brought to you by Visit Lincoln. See and experience all that Lincoln has to offer. Discover more at lincoln.org. Great job handling the pressure by Ann Bowes. Just great ball handling from her.
Yeah, excellent handles. The double team got there, but Ann Bowes, with those handles, able to dribble herself out of trouble.
Well, again, Ann Bowes going to be a Bronco in her college career, heading to Hastings College. There are 3 people in this D1 bracket going to Hastings College. That guy's over that piece of information. Bancroft Rosalie's Samron Dick, also McKenna Yates from McCool Junction, and then obviously Ann Bowes, who we just mentioned, all heading to the Broncos. They did some scouting at the D1 tournament.
Might be some more schools throwing their hat in the recruiting ring after this tournament.
Victoria Bowes too strong on the three-pointer. You know, it's not just D1 that Hastings got into as well. They got into C2. Jocelyn Miller, very talented player from Niobrara Verdigris.
Yeah. 2,000 points scored for a career yesterday here at the tournament. Just what a performance, what a career.
And that's someone who's dealt with injury, too.
Yes, last year.
Eisenhower with it on the left wing. And again, those active hands. Ann Bowes getting in and fighting Braylon Martinson for the basketball. It will stick with the Wolfpack, though.
Yeah, just nothing comes easy against this Eagle defense.
Suddenly down to 3:17 left in this fourth quarter. Wolfpack's got to go. Eisenhower, three-pointer, too strong. And Hammond hauls it in for the Eagles. And Southern Valley starting to kind of feel this one. I'd say the mood is kind of reflected in the EPPJ fans as well.
Yep. They're in foul mode now. Hearing orders coming from the coaching staff.
Under 3 to play. It's an 11-point lead for Southern Valley. Keyed in for Bailey. Great pass.
Boy, that really was. Those two players just kind of shot a look at one another as Bailey was able to get position underneath. But yeah, that was a heck of a pass to get it there.
Great job by our cameraman staying in the line of fire. Stay safe out there, friend. Bailey misses the first free throw. Hits the second. She's gone 1 for 2 in all 3 of her trips to the free throw line tonight. 12-point lead for the Eagles. Awaiting the winner of this game, Guardian Angels Central Catholic, who looked very impressive tonight.
Oh, yes. Yes, they did. From the jump.
It's so easy for a team, you know, Centura probably to feel a little bit dejected by that outcome, but that was just Guardian Angels Central Catholic being great as Hunt goes hard into the stanchion. She says she's fine on a hard foul, and she's going to have 2 free throws.
Scharf was not going to let her off the hook easy. Another fast break attempt for this Eagle offense.
13 points for Hunt tonight. She's 3 of 4 from the line, make it 4 of 5.
I mean, and this has been, you know, we talked about GACC at length and what an impressive performance they had tonight, and boy, did they. Clicking on all cylinders, as they say. But this was pretty gosh darn impressive, too, from Southern Valley. Got down early, had to show some grit, had to get back into it, and really had to change their defensive attack. Things weren't really working for them offensively. Had to move the ball around in some different ways. Spread it out. Man, what a run they went on, especially the latter half of that second period throughout the second half.
So Adeline Hunt has 15 points. That's 4 more than her average. Vanessa Aguayo has almost tripled her average. That's making up for Ann Bowes being almost 17 points below her average.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's just a really good game of cat and mouse between 2 phenomenal coaching staffs, where I think you saw a concerted effort from Coach Eisenhower saying, you know what, I'm going to take the Bill Belichick, approach, and I'm going to take away your number 1 piece. Your number 1 weapon, I'm going to negate it. Okay, so you had Richard McDonald on the other side, head coach of Southern Valley, say, well, I'm going to have to lean on some additional scores there. Good on Aguayo and Hunt answering the bell when called.
Indeed, they did. 14 points for Aguayo, 15 for Hunt. The 2 together combined to average just under 17 per game combined.
Yeah. Well, and we were even talking about it earlier in the first half, how the backcourt, these 2 guards that we're talking about for Southern Valley were making things very difficult on the Wolfpack when that comeback started.
Under 2.5 to play. At this point, it's Southern Valley's to lose. And right now, they don't look like they have any intention of doing that. Eisenhower picks up her second foul. We mentioned the careers of a couple of these seniors for EPPJ. Eisenhower went over 1,000 career points. Scharf went 1,000 and 1,000.
Yeah, just a walking double-double night in and night out. 1,000 rebounds, 1,000 points. Ooh.
Major contact there.
And I don't believe that Bryn Bailey meant to do that.
No.
Kind of had, was that Bodie kind of slam on the brakes there?
Personal foul, 15 fouls. For the Wolfpack, number 12.
Going to be first to now shooting 2. She connects on the first. She's got 6 points tonight. Averaging just under 9 on the season. Give her 7, she hits both.
Defense clears. Good job playing keep away.
When you've got a lanky, strong guard like Hunt who can handle the basketball, that's huge.
And also shoot free throws.
Indeed. EPPJ, I think, was hoping to avoid fouling her if at all possible, but she does miss the first. That's her first, no, I beg your pardon, second missed free throw of the night.
Well, guy needs to be a little happier than that, right? Team's got the lead.
I get it, man. This is late for me. Hunt hits the second. She's got 16. She and Aguayo have 31 of Southern Valley's 48. And again, a tie-up. Victoria Bose getting her mitts on it.
Returning to the game for the Eagles, number 1, Vanessa Aguayo.
Tying it up, another jump ball. Been treated to a couple of those here tonight.
A minute and a half left to play. Southern Valley is that close to a state semifinal. Bose driving in, fouled on the floor.
And I think you're going to see a lot more of that moving forward from Ann Bose, trying to get into the open court, especially if that defense is going to try and play her that tight.
Misses the first free throw. Second is good. She's got 3 points on the night. This would just be the Eagles' second trip to the semifinals. The only other was their first trip to state as this school, Southern Valley, as Scharf gets that to go. That was all the way back in 2001 when the Eagles beat Palmyra and then lost to Sandy Creek, which was a powerhouse at that point.
Everybody lost to Sandy Creek for, I don't know, 20 years there. They went on quite a run.
To the line, number 2, Leah Bose. Into the game for the Wolfpack, number 5, Brandon Martin. Into the game for the Eagles, number 10, Laurel Saldo. Number 11, Natalie Holstein. And number 3.
And under a minute to go, we're going to start to see some substitutions, Andy.
Huge round of applause from multiple starters there for Southern Valley. Bringing a lot of the folks wearing purple here tonight to their feet.
So Southern Valley will now get their third crack ever at Guardian Angels Central Catholic in the state tournament. They were bounced by the Blue Jays in 2004 and then again last season. That's who ended the Eagles season, were the Blue Jays. So they'll get another chance.
Yeah, they're going to have to bring their A game, because what we were treated to just a couple hours ago, GICC is going to be a handful.
And we see several of the stalwarts for the Wolfpack hitting the bench. Great careers for many of them. Wolfpack trying to close strong. But again, that defensive intensity for the Eagles, even with the bench players. And again, we see a scrap for the basketball on the floor. It's going to stick with the Wolfpack with under 30.
Into the game for Wolfpack, number 3, Elizabeth Moser.
Two more substitutions here.
By the way, if you want to see anything about up and down with the schools, you go through Southern Valley's history in the state tournament. Some of their other losses include teams like Ashland Greenwood and Wahoo. Whoa. And now here they are in D1, but doing a pretty darn good job.
Yeah, I think they found a home.
Wolfpack looking for another shot before the clock expires. They'll get it. Three-pointer, good from Callie Heidoff.
Heidoff, the junior, knocks one down.
But the night belongs to the Southern Valley Eagles. Off to their second ever semifinal. The folks in South Central Nebraska can celebrate with their purple flags as they are headed off to the semifinals.
You said it, Patrick. The Eagles gonna fly high into the semis.
50-39, that's your final score. We'll take a break. Be back with the post-game show after this on News Channel Nebraska.
At Zollner Ford, come and see our great selection of new Ford vehicles. Whether you're looking to buy new or you need a car serviced, it's our pleasure to assist you. Our online website makes shopping even easier. Browse our massive inventory of vehicles or schedule your next maintenance appointment. We even offer drop-off and pickup services. Stop by today or visit us online at zollnerofbeatrice.com.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Zollner Ford and Lincoln. Meeting your sales, service, and parts needs. 5 Points Bank. Trust the better bank for your financial needs. And by Family Physical Therapy, getting you back in the game.
Coach Richard McDonald of Southern Valley with me. Coach, congrats. First win at state since 2001. How's it feel?
Feels really good. I'm really proud of these girls.
What did it take to get this done? It was a little bit slower start, but after the second quarter hit, you took over.
It was a lot of nerves early. Elgin Pope-John came out and did a great job of really taking control of the first quarter. And then once our girls settled in, it was definitely more of our style of basketball.
Ann Bowes is one of the best players in the state. This wasn't her game. What's to say that this was a whole team effort?
Oh, absolutely. These two juniors really stepped up, Addie and Vanessa. You know, Ann didn't play well last year in this game, and I think she'll have a big one tomorrow.
Speaking of tomorrow, Guardian Angels Central Catholic, they got the best of you last time. How much are you looking forward to this?
It's a revenge game. I mean, it's one of those deals where it is what it is. Both teams moved down from C2, so we get to see them. Let's go.
Oh, we're going to talk to Vanessa here. Give me a word about her game today.
You know, she really stepped up. She didn't actually start at the beginning of the year, and she really has improved a lot, and I'm really proud of her.
Well, congratulations, Coach. We'll bring in our player of the game, Vanessa Aguayo. You average about 5 points a game. You tripled that today at the state tournament. How's that feel?
It feels amazing, but I guess I did it all for my team, just trying to help them out.
At what point did you know it was working for you today?
Well, I don't know. Warm-up started off good, and then I guess I just shot well in the game.
Your team was down after one quarter. What was the message like during that break to get the team focused? And from then on, you looked really good.
Well, we all knew that we had to stay calm. We knew we would eventually make our run, and so we just stayed calm and just played like we always do.
This looks like a fun style of basketball. You press, you're free to shoot. What's it like to play with the Eagles?
It's amazing. I love every second of it, and I wouldn't trade them.
GACC's up next. It didn't go well against them last time. What needs to happen this time around?
I think we just need to shut down their shooters, play defense like we do, and I think we'll be good.
What was that moment like just a second ago? You got to slap Southernvalley on the winner's bracket.
It was very exciting. Never done it before, so yeah, very exciting.
Well, congratulations on the great game. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Southernvalley gets the win, just the second in program history.
Thank you very much, Michael. Victory for the Eagles, 50-39. They're moving on to the semifinals to take on Guardian Angels Central Catholic. We got highlights, so let's look at them, see how we got there. Class D1. State basketball quarterfinals. The third-seeded Southernvalley Eagles versus the sixth-seeded Elgin Public Pope John Wolfpack. And it was a fast start for the Wolfpack. Eisenhower with the three-pointer. That keyed a 7-point run to start the game. Then Scharf hit the three as well. But the Eagles got things going. Hunt got a three-pointer of her own as the Eagles work their way back into the ball game. We get into the second quarter. That's where Southernvalley took charge. But first it was Zwingman for the Wolfpack, keeping the Eagles at bay. Then a three-pointer from Victoria Bowes, helping the Eagles inch their way back in. Then Aguayo on the run, the fast break layup. She had a big game almost three times her game average. Then another three-pointer from Aguayo as the Eagles started to take hold of this ball game. Then Hunt just takes the basketball away, puts it in for two. She had a big game as well. Then Bailey with the pass to Aguayo and the strong finish from the little one. Then a big pass into Hammond as Hammond finishes strong. And then the crowd from South Central Nebraska celebrating as the Southernvalley Eagles are heading to just their second ever state semifinal. The Eagles will take on Guardian Angels Central Catholic. And Andy, What a performance, especially in those middle quarters from the Eagles.
Yeah, they got to be going into the semifinals playing with a lot of confidence, knowing that they don't have to play their best game, but they can still get it done because things weren't easy for them early on. You saw EPPJ, knocking down shots, causing problems defensively. Southern Valley weathered that storm, and just like Aguayo, the player of the game, said, we knew we were going to go on a run. Our coaching staff just calmed us down. We had faith in that, and that's exactly what happened.
We'll take another quick break and look at what we've got for you tomorrow on News Channel Nebraska. Back after this, you're watching high school basketball on News Channel Nebraska.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back in the future.
We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes, the wedding bands. We'll be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
Southern Valley moving on in the Class D1 girls state basketball bracket. They've got a big task ahead of them tomorrow against Guardian Angels Central Catholic. Coach went ahead and said it. He said it's a revenge game, did Richard McDonald. There's going to have to be some emotion to knock off that team.
I just loved his demeanor. He's a very direct coach. That's his coaching style, and that's how he approaches interviews as well. Didn't beat around the bush. Said, it's a revenge game, and we can't wait to get after it. Let's go.
It's all chalk in D1 as the other side of the bracket is top-seeded Pender versus fourth-seeded St. Mary's. That's going to be a fun semifinal round in D1.
It really is. Elgin Public Pope John only had 2 losses on the season. Those 2 losses were to St. Mary's.
Wow. This is a fun bracket, and we've got several more. We've got basketball tomorrow from Pinnacle Bank Arena. We've got the 2 semifinal matchups in Class C1. We've got the semifinal matchups in A and B as well. So we will have performances from all 6 classes by the time it's all said and done here on News Channel Nebraska. Looking forward to those. What are you looking forward to watching tomorrow as well, Andy Klassen?
All of it. I mean, I've been here all day, every day, since yesterday and today. I can't wait for more.
Looking forward to it. Also, don't forget that next week, not to look ahead, we've got the entire, not the entire. That's impossible. That's physically impossible. We've got another 18 games on the boys' side of things as well. But first, we've got girls' basketball action to take care of tomorrow. Semifinals, we'll have it on NCN. Want to thank Tyler Lechner, Connor Luby, and the entire team back in the truck for our broadcasts tonight and really all of today and yesterday. Want to thank Michael Shively on the sidelines and my color man, Andy Klassen. I'm Pat Jansen, signing off.
Welcome to the 1890 Initiative headquarters at 11th and Q in downtown Lincoln. Brandon Axsmith with you on News Channel Nebraska as we are joined by Husker standout Merritt Beeson of the volleyball team talking all things NIL. And Merritt, first off, NIL is new, and I think a lot of people maybe think that these athletes and student athletes are just handed over a big sum of money and they're on their way. But that's not how it works. And the 1890 Initiative specifically has something called fulfillment, where athletes go out into the community and they earn this money. Can you talk more about how that works and what that looks like?
Yeah, it's almost like a job in a way. Like we do things to get paid. Obviously, that's what NIL is. You have to be doing something. You just can't sit here and hand me, here's X amount of money. I have to do something to earn it. And so for us, fulfillment can look very different. Like I described, maybe it's, we're going to go play with a few kids. We're going to talk to these people. We're going to show up to this event and we're going to promote this event, whatever it may be. Maybe we're hosting a volleyball camp like we will be soon. There's so many different things that we're able to do, and most of these opportunities do allow us to give back. So it isn't just they're just handing us a big lump of money. You know, we're obviously doing things to earn that and to kind of give back to the community in a way while earning that as well.
Now, you mentioned those community opportunities that you have, and some people may be not quite sure how that works. So you have the 1890 initiative, and that's really the vehicle that connects those dots for athletes.
So 1890 kind of connects us back with the community. They're finding opportunities to plug us back into the community and allowing us to give back to the community. So maybe a business comes to 1890 and is like, hey, I want the volleyball team to come here, and they can kind of reach out to us and be the navigator between businesses and us. And then there's also a ton of opportunities for us to, hey, maybe it's just there's a group of kids that we're going to go play volleyball with, or there's a group of people at an elderly home that we're going to hop on a Zoom and we're going to talk about our volleyball experience. We're going to walk them through a day in our life. We're going to talk about what it's like to be a volleyball player in Nebraska. They just kind of help us connect back with the community. They allow us to give back and provide us with those opportunities.
Well, Merritt, thank you again so much for spending some time with us here on News Channel Nebraska as we are continuing to learn about NIL and educating our viewers across the state of this new landscape. I'm Brandon Axemet. We'll see you next time.